Hi, this is Rabbi Daniel Rabin, Rabbi at the Northeastern Jewish Center. So this week, I'm not sure if you saw on the news yet or not, but there was this terrible group, a terrible gathering of drag racing. It was sort of like people got together and did this. They were speeding at incredible speeds, and as one can probably imagine, unfortunately there was a terrible accident. 2 people were horrifically killed, and I was looking at some of the media statements and some of the police reports that this was some of the most crazy things that they've ever seen. And it's sort of, when you see on the news all the time of people driving recklessly, hoon drivers, and I think there's quite an important message we can take from our portion this week. Our portion this week is Parshat Yitro, and in the portion there's sort of 2 major themes. One is Moses' father-in-law Yitro comes and he visits the Jewish people, and he sees Moses standing all day and night answering questions, and he gives Moses practical advice. He says, why don't you get others, educate others, or take other rabbis, so to speak, and let them help you with that. The other half is the 10 Commandments, something which we all know, the 10 mainstay commandments, which included all as well. They said that Moses was giving the Jewish people the Torah as well. And the question is, why are these 2 together? Why the laws and practical advice? And I think one message perhaps is that, sometimes there's obvious laws. This is the law says, don't do this, don't do that, do this, do that. But there's sometimes things which require common sense, which require logic, which require the obvious. And sometimes the obvious is not that obvious. People don't recognize it. And therefore you had Yitro seeing something which required a bit of ingenuity and said, Moses, it's not written in the Torah, it's not the 10 Commandments, but do something that will help you. And I think this is perhaps a message we can all apply to ourselves and perhaps to this story as well. There may not be a specific law about people getting together and driving. Of course there's laws not to speed. But it takes a bit of logic to recognize that if you're going to drive at those speeds and do dangerous things, then of course you have the chance of killing not only yourself, but unfortunately to kill others around you who are innocent, who are not taking these risks. So please take the message, if you know anyone who does these kind of things, who drives recklessly, and if anyone is watching this who may be considering, who may have done it in the past, just use a bit of seichel, a bit of intellect, a bit of logic, that the chances of getting killed are quite high, and always be considered that perhaps your actions affect someone else. So please God, we'll have a lower involvement of these kinds of things and less deaths on our roads, and we'll all drive safe. Wishing you and yours a Shabbat Shalom. Hope to see you next week.